Okay.
Roll sound.
All the fads and all the kicks of a billion years have come to this. I'm the planet of rock and roll. And they're the poppers, they're alright. Got the stoppers on their side. Oh, man, super size. Hell yeah.
And action!
I didn't know I wasn't supposed to kill him. I mean, I'm just learning. How am I supposed to know unless you teach me?
Hey.
Still rolling.
Thought it would be interesting to write the story of a superhero who wasn't super at all and was just a crazy guy basically going around beating people up with a pipe wrench.
Cut. That was great.
The script was probably the best script that I've ever read, and I instantly knew when I read it that I wanted it. Halfway through the script, I actually called the agent and was like, I love this movie. I love it.
I was 22 pages in. I'll never forget, I was so moved by it. I thought it was moving and funny and weird and fantastic and unlike anything I'd ever read, and what an amazing character. So I texted James and I said, I'm only on page on page 22, but no matter what, I am in. Count me in. I said, my hands are trembling.
Action!
Sarah!
I feel really grateful about the cast. Rainn Wilson has been attached for a while, and he and I have been working on trying to get this made for nearly a year.
When I got involved with the film, you know, Rainn was Frank, and so I've only ever saw Frank as Rainn.
Action!
My neck!
Don't steal!
It's a really violent movie, and it is, especially in the last third of the movie, I'm really called upon to be an action hero. And I don't really work out. I didn't really get into shape or anything like that. But I did go to a gun range. Michael Rooker took me to the gun range.
Rainn is going to try shooting from the hip this time, because as you know, when you're fighting bad guys and you're a superhero, you can't always aim. You don't have time to aim really well. So this time he's going to try shooting from the hip. You ready to go?
Guns. We need lots and lots of guns. Matrix.
Okay, go
All right.
for it.
Safety off. Shit! Fuck me!
Okay, that's good.
That's weird.
I'm glad I did that, because on the day, we had so few takes, I had to be able to just step in and blow people away with just a very simple, rudimentary, kind of amateurish kind of ferocity.
Action! 1, 2, 3, bang! 1, 2, 3, bang!
Please, don't kill me.
1, 2, 3, bang! 1, 2, 3, bang! Fuck yeah.
Excellent.
Cut. Every single person we offered this movie to basically has said yes. So we were like, who would be the best person for Libby? Well, that would be Ellen Page. Well, we're not going to get Ellen Page, but what the heck? Why not offer it to her anyway? And we offered it to her, and she loved it and wanted to be in it. And then we're like, who would be the perfect Sarah? Well, Liv Tyler would be the perfect Sarah, but there's no way. She's way too big of a movie star. She's never going to want to do this role. But let's go ahead and offer it to her anyway. We offered it to her, and she wanted to do it.
I read it and immediately just was like, oh wow, this is actually friggin' awesome, and I would totally love to play this girl.
It's just so well written, and there's something so original about it, because it is very funny and it is very dark, but there's such a heart to it, and there's something so touching and almost like a fairy tale element about it that's really great, you know?
Oh my god!
Were you able to see that at all? Or?
Yeah.
That's it. That's a shot. That's the first shot. And then we have another piece of rolling furniture over on the other side. That's moving in a different direction.
Jesus in the background.
Yeah, Jesus in the background.
It was really interesting for me. I'd never really played a part like this before. And I was really nervous about portraying someone with a drug problem just because, not that I'm so, good or anything, but I'm a mom, and especially I think kind of getting into the character was tricky for me because I always do a lot of preparation and, watching films and kind of coming up with the character and everything, but I really couldn't go there until I got down here.
It's like an 80s hair for you.
I can probably work like that. Unless that doesn't shadow.
That's how I get dizzy. Try.
Let's try it. Mark.
It took me like 3 days to kind of get into her fully and just shed that stuff of like, I couldn't really prepare being a mom every night, putting my son to bed and then pretending to nod out in the corner. Honey, close the fucking door.
I want to see what you've thought about working with Kevin Bacon.
Who?
Kevin Bacon.
That stuff. Kevin Bacon? Is that a made-up name?
Yeah.
Is that a comedy name?
Yeah.
Because of the... I like working better with Michael Sausage. I don't understand.
Kevin Bacon is Jacques. He's been one of my favorite actors since I was a kid, really. In fact, I've met Kevin Bacon once 10 years ago, and what I said to him was, I said, you are my favorite actor in the world, along with Mr. Peter Falk.
Nobody can blame me for this, all right? I mean, we had a fucking deal. I'm just doing what's fair.
He's doing all these, really horrible things, and yet he just doesn't quite see that there's anything wrong with his approach to the world, I mean, it's kind of the true sign of a sociopath.
Action. Oh, he's just some guy whose wife I boned. Come on, fellas, you can't do this to me. I spent a lot of fucking time setting this up, all right? Mr. Range, sir, you fucking asshole, you listen to me or what? Cut, great.
Andre Royal in my lavish movie-sized trailer. Fuck you, Will Smith. Okay, I'm getting there.
I'm having so much fun on the set watching a cast of actors who are all like top-notch coming in just for roles.
It's Greg Henry coming in to do Detective Faulkner for 2 days. It's Michael Rooker, who's my friend, who's playing the role of Abe, Jacques' henchman. My brother Sean and Linda Cardellini from Freaks and Geeks and Scooby-Doo coming in and playing the pet store employee for 1 day. And Nathan Fillion, who plays the Holy Avenger.
More importantly, you're the only ones who haven't forgotten how important it is to fight evil in all its forms, not just give in to Satan, because it's easier that way. Get away from that food, Demons Will! You'll never stop me! That's right, I won't. But the power of Jesus Christ, our Savior, will. Dear sweet Jesus, bathe my hand in the holy power of God.
Is that the Holy Avenger?
Oh my God.
He's a tall drink of water.
I'm Miranda.
Miranda, I'm Nathan.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
One of our producers, along with Ted Hope.
Hey, Nathan. Nice to meet you, Ted. Thank you for the job.
I had a lot of things in the script that weren't quite developed that wanted to grow and become larger. And one of those was the character of Libby, who was a character I think I fell in love with on my first pass through the screenplay, and she just wanted to be a bigger part of the movie. So I kept writing more and more scenes with Libby.
Libby is definitely interesting. Despite her incredible thirst for violence, has this very childlike purity about her, where nothing about her is jaded or contrived. It actually is all very, very sincere. She's just so incredibly in the moment that she almost has blinders on.
Action!
The whole whole film has just been fun because I'm in a position where I can just kind of go out there and throw the shit against the wall and see what sticks. And James has been like really supportive of trying to approach a character with a certain kind of abandon and try different things take to take. And even though we're not doing a lot of takes because it is, you know, a low budget thing and the speed is incredibly fast, I feel like it has been a chance to kind of experiment.
You think this is about good and evil? This is about I had her and you didn't. This is about she loved me more, you fucking cocksucker, because I am fucking interested.
James has the entire movie in his head, but he hasn't left it there, as some directors might. You know, he's committed it to shot lists and to storyboards and shooting diagrams. It is incredibly refreshing to be able to look at the next day's work, show up on set, and actually have it run according to plan. Most large budget movies can't do this.
Wow.
And that's just here, that's not, you know, the visual effects.
Yeah. I think it'll work.
In a low budget movie, you have a lot of challenges. You know, you don't have enough money to shoot for 50 days when it would be ideal. So you really have to go, okay, what is the best way to shoot this, considering what our limitations are? And he was so great in recognizing that and being able to think out of the box of how to shoot this movie.
We decided from the very beginning that we needed to create on set what we call a culture of speed. Part of the culture of the set itself is this thing of moving very, very fast. And it's a pace that you wouldn't be able to keep up with on a normal Hollywood movie schedule. I shot Slither for 47 days. If we were shooting for 47 days straight, we would never be able to keep up this pace because we'd simply be too exhausted.
I really like that pace as an actor. Does that work for every form of filmmaking? Of course not. But it's enjoyable, that speed and that pace and the closeness and the smallness of everything, and it kind of feels like guerrilla filmmaking.
We do not have time, I repeat.
I'm running upstairs.
We do not have time for Rainn Wilson to get a cup of coffee. We've got to move. We're already 8 minutes behind.
It's funny because it's such a sort of guerrilla style of shooting. We're shooting on the red, and it's all very fast. It's been, I think, a 24-day shoot, so we're shooting, you know, what might take 4 days on a normal movie, we're sort of doing in 1 day. So there's an energy and a pace to that where you just sort of have to, you know, come in fully prepared and just kind of go with it.
Action! Shut up!
Energy translates onto film. And I wanted that to be something, that culture of speed, to be something that would actually serve the film as opposed to something that would detract from it. That is, the energy of moving so quickly would influence the pace of the picture, the way the story is told, how it works, you know, and hopefully the audience will feel that energy coming off the screen.
What the fuck is that? Face the wrath of the Crimson Bolt! That's Sarah's husband, man. That's him.
Fuck, he saw everything. Go get him, go get him, go on.
Go! Motherfucker! There.
There are 68, I think, visual effect shots in the film. We have Rainn Wilson preparing to have his brain touched by God. These alien tentacles are going to enter the frame in his vision, holding little rotary saws, and come back, clamp him down, saw into his scalp, peel back his scalp, reveal his brain, and then the ceiling, the sky is going to open up, and the hand or the finger of God is going to rub that little brain of his. How do you film that?
Action! Pull away! Something's above you, Rainn. What is it? Plup! Plup! Just pull it. What is that? God.
We had those little thin pieces of metal with little balls painted in green, and they come and they touch like this. This is to create the interaction that those tentacles will do in the end product.
So I wanted to say a few things about James Gunn. He has dyed spiky hair, like very similar to Cyndi Lauper's, which can be disconcerting. However, he's a truly great director. In all seriousness, he can make things explode and look cool.
It's ridiculous. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
I think my favorite scene to shoot was lighting the guy on fire, simply because I've never done it before.
The point of view, he looks in his hands, there's a tripwire there. We're on him, he realizes there's, liquid all around him. Point of view, he looks and sees the gas can, pans over to see Frank with a match, which he drops, at which point the guy bursts into flames, and we'll have two cameras on him, a medium shot and a wide shot.
Right away. Here we go, right away. You're lit! Call! Out.
Cut!
Good. Cut. Good.
Hooray!
Thank you.
That was fucking beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
I've been making movies for a long time, and frankly, a lot of it is it's not boring. It's stressful. I don't always enjoy it. But lighting the guy on fire the other night, it was a totally new experience to me. For some reason, I've never been able to light a guy on fire, and it was exciting and something new, and I didn't know what was going to happen. I was hoping people weren't going to die, and then when everybody lived through it and the footage looked good, I was very excited.
This thing's real.
It's real, yeah.
I know this is real.
Yeah.
It's real sharp.
Don't turn back into it, Kevin.
Yeah.
Nice
Keep
to know-
walking,
nice to
bro.
know.
Keep walking.
I actually think the bigger danger is to Rainn grabbing her, so just be careful.
Thank you, James.
James is awesome because James is just one of those people that's so incredible to work with because he just loves filmmaking. He has this vision and this incredibly assured hand and guides you through it, but is so open to what you have to share. From first discussing Libby to working in the scene we just shot, just absolutely always enjoy working with James. He's so much fun, and I hope I can do it again.
It's truly been a privilege working with him and his gay hair.